You need more inputs and outputs? Get a G8 expander. Welcome back to the ever-growing video series about DROID, the universal CV processor. Today all is about the G8. The G8 is an expander for your master that extends it by 8 more jacks. The special thing about it is that each jack can be used as an input or as an output. You're just limited to gate signals like triggers, clocks, reset, and so on. If your jack is used as an output, it goes to 5 volt for a high signal and to 0 volts for a low signal. When it's used as an input, it sees a high signal at above approximately 0.75 volts. Here are the most important facts about the G8. You can attach at most one G8 to your master. Each jack can be used either as an input or as an output, depending on how you write your patch. When used as an output, the jack will emit either 0 volt for a low signal or 5 volt for a high signal. When used as an input, the DROID sees a high signal when the incoming voltage is above 0.75 volts and a low signal otherwise. Connecting the G8 to the master is very simple. At the back of the master there is one 8-pin connector and the G8 has shipped an 8-wire cable. Simply plug one of the connectors into the master and the other one into the G8. As always, you can exchange both ends in order to have the cable run the other way out of the master. Now let's mount the master and the G8 into the case. Just the master needs a power connection. The G8 can be at the left or at the right side of the G8, but I prefer to have it on the right side always. When you power up your case, you should get an animation of the LEDs like you can see here. The funny animation of the LEDs after the startup sequence is due to the example patch that's loaded on the DROID here. Using the gates in your patch is really easy. Other than for the P2B8s, you don't need any declaration here. The G8 expander introduces just one new register called G. So you have G1, G2 and so on up to G8. G stands for gate, and the special thing about this register is that it can be input or output depending on the context of your patch. Let's make an example. First, we copy the current state of a button to a gate output. This is done with a copy circuit, and as input we use B11, it's the current value of the first button, and as output we use G1. So G1 will be sending 5 volts while the button is being held and 0 volts otherwise. As a second circuit we create an envelope, and now we use a gate as an input, so we get the gate from G2 and we output the envelope to O1. And because we have used a button from the first controller, we need to declare at least one P2B8 at the beginning of the patch. Now if I press the first button, you see that the first output of the G8 is flashing red. Red means output, and it also means that it has a signal. And now I can patch the first gate to the second one. The second one is an input. As you remember, now if I press the button, you see that the input is getting blue. This means that it's getting an input signal which is high. And on O1 you can see the envelope. Let's try it out, how it sounds. And we again patch it to the filter cutoff, and this sounds like this. So it seems to work. That's basically all about it. The G8 helps you free valuable CV inputs and outputs of your DROID master by taking over simple tasks such as clock signals. And that helps you squeeze even more functionality into one DROID. So I hope you like this video, and we see us again next time.